If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget it, you from Lover County, you from Maryland. While you from Rewa says, I'm a bad that way on your river. I walk on the fine way. Tabila, Kriwako. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I was raised in the swamp, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bones. True son of the soul, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United we stand, divided we fall. So that's what I say when I come with ball. When I chill on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, that's joining the team. You go, you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got shown?
I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabalike na koya bake na papa kubo. Nabalike na koya bake na papa kubo. Nabali bola kowe na papa kubo. Nabali bola kowe na papa kubo. Labiro waka poma o. Labiro waka ma o. Balanda anwa waka ma o. Anwa
from the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget it, you from Lover County, you from Maryland. While you from Rewa says, I'm a bad that way on your river. I walk on the fine way. Tabila, Kriwako. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Master Square on the mix.
And of course, from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together.
They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate,
And of course, if we don't celebrate, who's gonna celebrate for us? Wherever you're from, whether you're from Grand Crew, or Lofa County, or Maryland, Liberia is our common denomination. Good evening, and welcome to the biggest thing happening on radio right now, according to my boy, Washington Tappet Jr., who is not with us this evening. I'd like to welcome you to Open Conversation. Whatever you are doing, how you're doing it, I know your radios are tuned to Open Conversation, and we appreciate the fact that you will join us. All of you joining us via the social media, we'd like to welcome you this evening. And I'm doing it with the man Daniel Nooks Thomas tonight. Today is the 9th day of November. The year remains 2023. My name is Titi Jibro, and welcome again, Daniel. Good evening. Welcome to Open Conversation.
Good evening to you, Titi. It's a wonderful day. It's good being back here today.
I know, and it's good being healthy and still alive, counted amongst the living.
Yeah, and I celebrated with my mom her birthday today. I just left there, so it was a good time for me.
Come on a party fool.
After the show.
Nothing there. You can say, really eating everything. But anyway, at least mom had a good time today, so nobody. I always say I'm a mother of 3 boys, so I like to say a good bombocha. So good. You know, we've got how many more days to election? Today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday,
Saturday,
Sunday,
Monday.
Wait, today's Thursday, so let's start from Friday.
Friday,
1, Saturday,
2,
Sunday,
3,
Monday,
4. Just 4 days in between.
4 days.
4 exciting days.
So you can imagine, I know everyone is on edge right now. We just want to get this thing over with, and then we move on with our lives. Whether we like it or not, we are at a slow pace as a people. A lot of things are waiting until, the elections come and go. A lot of people are, when I say a lot of things are waiting, I mean that as a person, you want, you make some plans, but you say, okay, let's wait. Somebody wants to do something, so let's just wait until we're done with the elections, because all eyes are on the elections. We are focused on getting this thing behind us and moving forward. So we got 4 more days to elections, but we have a trend on this show. But again, today we are going to be here. Like I said, Washington is under the weather. He's not here with us tonight. But today is me and Daniel, and we will sail through with you this evening. But lots and lots of things in store for you. Lots and lots of things that are happening around us that we would like you to know. And so I know if you didn't know, there is this news of a Ghanaian who was brought into the country by the Unity Party. And he was caught in Riverview County. And allegedly, he was brought to hike the system of the National Elections Commission. We will go live to Riverview County to speak with our correspondent, Prince Copeland. He was arrested, and Prince would tell us exactly. There are even reports of 2 of the senators, one of them former senator, Kamine Wise, and Jonathan, and the current senator, allegedly led a group of people, a group of Unity Party partisans. They stormed the police station to get this Ghanaian out who was arrested. So we'll go live to Riverview County shortly to speak with our correspondent, and then we can talk about that. We also know that Robert Pade and Amos Tue from the Unity Party had a press conference today, and during that press conference, we have a recording of comments that were made by Robert Pade. Those comments are not, similar. There are similar comments to that of what Senator Prince Johnson made, similar comments to that of what dear Stella Barrow made, and we're hearing it again today from Robert Pade. And you be the judge, because we already have the footages of what happened in Riverview County, how those 2 senators stormed the police station with their supporters. If you're watching the show, we'll play that video. If you're watching online, you will see what they did there. And we'll continue the conversation from there. If you want to say something to that, let's talk about it before I call Prince Copeland.
So I think let's hear from Prince before we delve into the meat of the discussion regarding that, because there are so many things to talk about. Okay.
We also have a video recording. Is that a video? Yeah, that's a video recording of what the people in Maryland County, they showed some cayenne pepper to Senator James Barney,
the self-proclaimed owner of Maryland County.
Yeah, who claims to be the men of Maryland County, who speaks to the people of Maryland County and they listen. But unfortunately, we're going to play that video and we'll talk about it. So we have the video, but I think we should speak with Prince Copeland. Let's deal with the Ghanaian.
Yeah, let's handle that issue first.
And then we we will speak with, and we'll play that video of Senator James Barney, who went to a church in Maryland County to incite the people against President Weah.
That just the audacity. Went to an AGM church. The first time in my life to see Barney struggling over words, repeating one word 5 times. It's a shame.
Sometimes when the people, when the people love you and they give you an opportunity to be their leader, and you try to tell them that this opportunity you have given me, you've made me your not a servant anymore, but a dictator.
I told a story here before.
Yeah, about
it was just repeated. About the people of Maryland County, right?
Of course. Okay. We have let's go to River G County, where our correspondent Prince Copeland is on the line. Prince, good evening. Welcome to Open Conversation. Prince.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, and thank you so much for having me connected on the platform this evening.
Okay, it's good to have you, Prince. Tell us, there are reports of a Ghanaian national who was arrested yesterday in River G County. Tell us, why was he arrested?
Yes, it is true that a Ghanaian national was arrested at the Fishtown checkpoint. According to the police commander, Mr. Tufida Tutubat, who is the head of River G County police detachment, he said they have gotten intelligence that someone named Isent, Ghanaian national, he is an IT specialist or expert who is threatening to hack the National Elections Commission database. So based upon that, he was brought by the former ruling establishment, United Party in the southeastern part of Liberia, to be specifically River G, to be able to train some of those opposition supporters to be able to work on that day during elections period. So based upon that intelligence, according to him, how Isen was being arrested and he was taken to the police station in Fishtown. And after he was arrested, huge supporters from the United Party camp was led by Senator Jennifer Bocha, including Senator Comey Wisse, where they went at the police station demanding the reliever, demanding that the police officers to release Isen immediately so that he can be able to carry on the work. But also they said that he was brought in the county to be able to tutor those supervisors and also their bureau of pool washers to be able to enter all of their information ahead of time whenever they are collecting their data on their bureau area of their assignments in River G County. But police said they were also having some tape on him, so they couldn't leave. But the tension was actually high, where the supporter of the United Party to block the main road in Fishtown, calling on the police to release Isen so that they can be able to take into the party headquarters. So when the tension was very high, the office of the Liberia National Police was able to immediately put on car and taking the half of Maryland County to be able to carry on neutral ground to be able to carry on investigation in Harper. I will speak now. In fact, I already spoken to the commander of the Liberia National Police in River G, but he said they have already started with the investigation, but he had to speak to the fact whether it is true that he was brought by the opposition political party to be able to hack the database process National Elections Commission in River G County and in part across Liberia.
Prince, hello. Yeah. Was he arrested with any gadget?
Yes, he was able to be arrested with some few sophisticated Andrew smartphones that was actually into his desk. But I also asked the police the number of those phones that were being arrested with. But they said something a little over 10 human Android phones that were with him. But according to some of those supporters of the United Party, they said something that was something around 30 Android phones in Pakistan were also arrested along with him. It was something that they were wanting to divide among their supervisors to be able to do the work in the country.
So what exactly was he going to teach the Unity Party poll watchers in the county? Did you have an opportunity to speak with him?
Well, when I tried to get to him yesterday, but he said he couldn't speak to the journalists. But some of their main supporters for the party, they were able to tell me that he came to actually teach their supervisors and also their pool watchers how to enter all of their numbers in for that bureau of polling places. That's why he was
to enter the numbers into what?
Yeah, to send it to their head office is what he was going the country to teach their supervisors.
So does someone need to learn how to send numbers if you are a poll watcher at a polling center and you are assigned in a room, and then the papers are counted and you already know how many invalid votes are in that room. You know how many valid votes are there. You also know how many votes your candidate got and how many votes the other candidate got. Do you need somebody to teach you how to send those numbers to whoever you want to send them to? Does someone have to come, from Ghana to teach anybody how to do that?
Yes, these are questions that River James kept asking. Then, but they are also waiting at the Labour National Police to conclude an investigation.
Okay, so what did Communist Wise, Senator Communist Wise, former Senator Communist Wise, what did he and current Senator Jonathan Ball-Charles Segbe say they went to do to the police station?
Well, they said on yesterday that this guy was actually brought by the United Party to be able to teach their supervisors and also their crew watchers, yes, how to enter their numbers to the database. So yeah, he was not brought for any intention to hack any process of the National Elections Commission. So they also were demanding the police officers to be able to release let's say the Ghana National. But the police were not able to listen to their plight, but rather to take the suspect away yesterday, taking the half off. But it's something that everyone in the country kept asking why Ghanaians have to come in River County to be able to teach other watchers to be able to enter their numbers in that database. It's something that people kept asking, but they also waiting the police officers.
So, as the former senator and the current senator should be lawmakers. Is that the way people demand people, or is that how you behave as a citizen? Not to even talk about a lawmaker, but as a citizen, if somebody who you know is arrested, do you go to the police station to demand the person's release? Is that the procedure?
Yes, that's something I actually was still wondering. I think you saw the video clip forwarded into the carry. You saw how Senator General Ball-Charles was actually talking and leading the entire Unity Party down to the police station. You saw how they were actually in the jogging going to the police station. So it's something that people really wondering, because a lot of civil society actors are continuing to be pushing the issue of peace messages. So it was something surprising that a senator or the two senators were to lead a huge support of the United Party to the police station, demanding the office of the Labour National Police not to do their national duty, and but rather interfering with the law. Is something that actually people are still wondering why lawmakers have to go that route.
Has the case started in Maryland County?
Yes, according to Teofilo Totoba, who is the commander of the police, he told me this evening when I even spoke with him from Alpha Millen that they have already started the investigation. But he called on the people of River County to remain kind as police officers are working harder to making sure that they will come up with a very speedy investigation to get the funding to the people of River County and Liberia as a whole.
Do we know how long that is going to last for?
Well, it's less than 5 days. They will be able to come up with their funding and also to inform the audience or the people of River Liberia as a whole. Whether he was actually a hardcore or he was just being hired by the United Parties done. But he just said less than 5 days as well.
Okay, it happened yesterday. Has Calm returned to River G as a result today? Did anything happen concerning that, or the people are going about their normal businesses?
Well, since yesterday, the officers of the police were able to calm down all of the activities, but since then we have not been able to hear some of the United Party, though they have been put on the radio, on the lower radio stations, that the police be release their police immediately, but there have not been any physical fight or any in the street going on, but there have not been any party in Fish Town or River County, but kind of actually restored while the citizens waiting the police officers for their funding.
Thank you, Prince, for speaking with us this evening.
Thank you so much, Edith.
Prince Copeland is our correspondent there in River G County, and we have the video. Let's just play just a minute of it, or 1 minute 30 seconds of. If you're watching on social media, you see
LNTV Live.
No, it's not on LNTV. It's on our social media page.
Yeah, that's LNTV Live, Liberia Live.
Okay, yeah. On social media, it's LNTV Liberia Live. If you're watching, we're gonna play. You'll see Senator Jonathan Ball-Charles-Sebwe leading the group, and we're gonna fast forward that straight to the police station, and you see them trying to, a fight with the police officers just to get this Ghanaian national out.
Now we are moving to the police station. Now we are moving to the police station.
So if you're watching, you see that that video where Senator Ball-Charles-Sebwe was leading a group of Unity Party partisans after there were reports that this Ghanaian national was arrested in River G County. And you can see him in the video there pointing his finger in one of the officer's face, demanding that the guy be released from police custody. What do you make of that, Daniel?
So the first thing I want to start by saying that what happened today was a complete hogwash.
It was yesterday.
Yes, it was a complete hogwash. And I do not know as to whether the senator understands the meaning of being an honorable person. The video we just showed and his ability to lead those young people in a battle mood to the police station, demanding, not even through a constitutional means, the release of somebody who is a suspect, shows clearly his inability to reasonably understand the reason for which he was elected. That's the first one. For communal reason, we can understand his frustration. He's already out of the picture. He's not going to come back in the picture anymore. Okay? Paul Charles, who was elected on the basis of the coalition of political parties, when that struggle started, brought him to prominence. Instead of him trying to protect the office of that senator that he occupies
By leading
exemplarily, this is a man who has reduced himself to a warrior. The issue of the Ghanaian being arrested was just maliciously ignored by a crazy press conference that was also held today to sway the public attention away.
They talked about it, but you wouldn't imagine what they said.
I listened to them. So I'm just trying to say, we understand these people. The errors that's been expressed in these elections,
because of what happened yesterday, they came to cry foul.
Exactly.
After they know that they have planned to hack the system.
This is not a new thing, Titi. We have been hearing about this for almost a year. The first thing you ask yourself, how come the United Party, who hasn't campaigned sufficiently across the country, are complacently convinced that they're going to win these elections? What are they depending on? Monies that were given to them for campaign activities were being siphoned and diverted into these different activities.
Up to now, they haven't paid their pool wash.
No, but guess what? They've invested monies into Ghanaians and other nationalities. I believe strongly this guy is not the only person.
So you don't have Liberian IT.
It doesn't even make sense, Titi. It doesn't make. Look, Android phones and soft apps are as ordinary as ABC. You don't need a Ghanaian to come to teach a man who you train to be a pool watcher to enter data that is transmitted to the war room. Okay? Liberians here. So the logical reasoning could be you could do a TOT, trainer of trainer. You train one person as a Ghanaian, and that Liberian goes to the counter and train all other people. But to have said
at all,
it's true.
The reason for which you are training,
but which of course it's not true.
Of course, they have a different intent.
The intents are different. Don't forget, these were people who were parts and parcel of the last 12 years. The electoral structure in this country, they understand it.
Of course.
Okay.
So they know how to hack the system.
Correct. The reason why they didn't try that trash 2017 was because Madam Salif was still a sitting president who was outgoing. So they had no means of trying the trash that they tried. But since it is their election time, and most important, apparently, they still have a few handful of people who supports the idea in the system that you and I may not know, have led them convincingly to come up with such a plan. And if it wasn't for the hard works of our joint security, this Ghanaian guy and many others who may be in the country would have been carrying out these devilish acts to pull the election results in their favor. You did not work for anything. Irabak Pare and Etue sat 12 years and had the time, squandering opportunities and pillaging our national coffers. These are the faces you see today. A Paul Charles, who today is elected senator, who that is supposed to be leading by example, is the one battle crying young people to go and break through a police station to bring out a Ghanaian citizen. We have a diplomatic office. The Ghana embassy is in Liberia. It's here. For any reason, if that citizen is being held unjustly, there is a diplomatic channel that answers to that. It is not a senator who is supposed to be thinking about the challenges and proffering ways to support his county. We lead a bunch of young people to go and bust through a police station. It is too unfortunate. And I think there's a lot to this. There's so many things that you're hiding. And they're coming up. Okay? This is not for nothing. Pochas wouldn't leave his place of comfort and abode to lead a bunch of young people to go to Ramsar police station to get out this guy. If they had kept that guy in Roji, they would have broken through the police station and they would have done stuff. They would have been on his head. What is the desperation?
He doesn't care.
What is the desperation? How come Pochas, who is a senator today, who is following the footsteps because he was a soccer star? Okay, you are a senator today. You were elected by your people. What is the bitterness and the desperation that today you're leading tens of young people, droves of them, to go and break through a police station to take out a Ghanaian citizen? As a senator, it is a responsibility to protect
the laws of the land.
Exactly. And you are the one breaking the laws.
A lawmaker, you're breaking the law right before your citizens.
Yes.
Tomorrow, if something happens, those people get angry and go and ringside the police station, you will be a senator and you want to take actions. You want the government to take actions against those people, but you're the one who are a lawmaker. You should be a lawmaker because you can't be a lawmaker and be a lawbreaker. You're a lawmaker, but you're breaking the law. And it's okay for you to do that because you are a lawmaker. What are you teaching the citizens? We saw what happened in Grangida County when citizens stormed the police station and burned the police station. You have a lawmaker, and those in Maryland, in Maryland, it happened there. You're doing that, and I think they sent them to River G County to that police station. You are a sitting senator. You're leading a group of angry young people to ringside the police station because a Ghanaian national who you brought in the country to be, to fraudulently fraud the system was caught. And instead of you using the law, because you were saying, I heard Pare say today that guy is a Ghanaian citizen, but he is one of our observers. The guy has, an ECOWAS a passport, and we're in the ECOWAS region. You don't have any right to arrest the man. Yeah, right. You don't have any right to arrest somebody who, has come into a county suspiciously, and there are reports that this person has plans to hack our system. That is the National Elections Commission. You want to hack the system, and there are reports that you want to do that. And then one party says that you have no right to arrest him. And to justify what this senator did, to go and carry people to ringside the police station, I forgot, I didn't even remember, but because of what they did yesterday, that is why they had the press conference they had.
But that's why I say it's a diversion.
Yeah,
it is a diversion because the first thing is the press conference that they had lacks the logical reasoning. POs, polling officers, and polling staffs were trained by National Election Commission. To change one to another place, he or she must undergo training. It is not a party sentiment. CDC will say the same thing. The Coalition for Democratic Change will say that National Election Commissions is having unity partisans that are occupying polling officer roles. But we're responsible enough to understand that the election laws of our country promotes the fact that polling officers must be trained before assigned. So the mass manufacturing or the mass assignment of these people is just as a result of trying to divert our people. You see, these guys are very unserious. I always say this, they're very unserious. And
I don't think that's the right word to use. They are criminally, trying to twat the system. They know they don't have, and I heard him say we got 14,000, pool washers, when today they can't even pay the pool washers who were assigned during the first, the October 10 polls. And because they know that they don't have, that money, they got the money, they've eaten the money, and they just going around with these diversionary tactics and the thing that it will be in their favor. Somebody like Tue sits at a press conference and accuses, the National Elections Commission of stuffing ballot papers in Grand Crew County in favor of the CDC. You to yourself.
A dubious statement made by someone who is acutely ignorant of the elections activities in Liberia.
I mean, pray God, tell me.
The first thing is
stop calling me. We're not taking.
The first thing is, Titi, we should honor when I say these guys are dubiously unserious. I stand by this. These are a bunch of young people who had opportunities in the last 12 years. The person who failed them, they beat the hands of that very person, okay, and fell in despair with this person and decided to leech behind another person to bring them back to prominence. Is Pade an icon to recognize in our country? No. We got his records at the Ministry of Information. It's not an integrity driven person. It's Amos Tue, an individual to recognize in terms of integrity. No.
President Sally brought you, she fired you, and then you
thank you
all around here like
their passion to believe, to make believe, to hallucinate on a daily basis that they've won election is because they've been depending on
these dubious
depending on sabotage. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now sabotage is when you hack electronically an election process in terms of, you see, so like for Remo G, the other counties that are away from most of other counties, that you don't have to drive to town to provide the results. Okay, like
it's easy.
Like when the magistrates are done collating everything, they got to email these things or whatever way they do it electronically to get to anything for the announcing. They bring these guys to create a breach.
Okay.
A breach between the National Election Commission server and the public gateway. Okay, the public gateway is like a public cloud where everything goes to it goes to a particular destination based on the IP. So the first thing they try to do, they find the IP address for different routing positions. When they get the IP address, they build a breach between the gateway and the receiving end. So what goes in between there is intercepted, and changes can be made in between there before so what goes to the end user is not what was sent.
Okay. So and then when that result that they have changed gets to the National Elections Commission, it will be announced
the way it was sent.
Their favor.
That's the reason why they assign these guys to the different counties, because maliciously these guys are professional hackers. You understand? Hacking at times in other places it becomes ethical. It is not stopped. They are licensed in other countries. They are licensed to hack. If you check this guy credential that came to do a training, if you do a background investigation, you realize the hacker. And maybe there are several of them. So they build a service conduit that intercepts electronic raw data that goes through from one point to another.
Wow.
So the first thing you have in the possession, the different email addresses of people who are supposed to receive. All right. How do they get it? Apparently, they have people in the system that provides them.
Yeah.
So when those things are done, those phones will transmit the raw signal and they intercept and change the figures and send to the other end of the line. And in the end, what NEC receives is what she's going to announce. Okay. This is the dubious.
Wow.
This is the dubious, how you call it, a mindset of these guys. So they spend a lot of money not campaigning. They spend a lot of money investing in hacking.
Not paying pool.
Yes, in hacking.
Yeah, but you want to hack the system.
Yes. If you sit down critically and look back, United Party did nothing.
But not only that, they did nothing.
To get the kind of votes they got.
The fact of the matter is that so-called press conference they had today, he was saying that in Grand Crew County, the ballot papers were stuffed in favor of the ruling party.
So why wasn't it stuffed in other counties? No, in the southeast?
He said, it wasn't.
Because the votes in the southeast were huge.
Yeah, only in Grand Crew. But they already know they're on top of their game. That's what they thought, that nobody would be caught. So if you have a press conference like that, and obviously maybe they have somebody like that in Grand Crew County,
but that's
hack the system.
But
so after you should have said to the Liberian people that, ballot ballot papers were stuffed in Grand Creek County, and then you have somebody there who's going to hack the system. If the results that are coming here, if you hack those results and you send a different result in your favor, people are going to obviously say yes. That is why Unity Party people said that, you know, they won the elections in Grand Creek.
Well, Titi, when you listened to, you see, there were two malicious statements made by two leaders that Liberians expected to be role models. First, former Vice President Bouaka comes up and say that if these elections are rigged, because his cyber hired experts told him that we're going to cyber coordinate everything, we're going to make sure that the results comes in your favor. So anything contrary to it being your favor is rigged.
Okay.
He comes up to say if the elections are rigged, it's the end of Liberia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We all question himself, what have I done? What have I done to garner the votes of Liberian people? No question to that. Because they've confused you that let's invest the money here. By the time elections are on and done, you get the votes. They can't argue because you've already won. Okay. Prince Johnson come up and also say that if these elections are rigged, it's going to introduce the Arab Spring Rising.
Yeah.
Okay, and we know what Arab Spring Rising is. What gave them the audacity to even say these things? It is what they've been doing.
So let's listen to part of what he said today concerning that also, because they already have their plan. They know what.
Let's go ahead.
A bunch of broken elements cannot survive, you know, by statement all of the theory. In government, they continue to demonstrate that they're a bunch of rogues and everything they do, everything they strive for power for to come and rob this country. All right, Mr. We will be showing the exit door because we are ready, and we're not afraid. If you give a reason to stand up, we will stand up. If you want to make the place chaotic, oh man, we have strength, we have energy and dexterity to make the place chaotic, and we'll do that. We have strength, we have energy and dexterity to make the place chaotic, and we'll do that.
You hear him?
So, Titi, let me say this, and I'll say this in the strongest term. Rawak Bada is a criminal. Okay? 2017, he stole a lot of money that was intended for vehicles for the very party he's talking about today. He's a criminal. Besides that, he had a Ministry of Information. Okay? He was always at local head in Louisville because of his criminal attitude. Alright? So, if a party will come on radio, hold a press conference and call this administration bunch of roguish people, he's not serious. And to also add, Bada cannot do a jing thing in Liberia here to threaten anybody. He can't do a jing thing. He's toothless. Very toothless. He is but a minute portion of serious people in our country. He should be happy that he went to school on the backs of the poor people in this country.
I know.
And he come here and blah 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 yeah. We all nonsensical blah. That is not serious.
He went to school on the
backs of the poor people.
Taxpayers.
While young Liberians were placed on the public schools, a father was schooling in England. Is he better than other Liberians here? Who you think he is? Is this country his family birthright that he should become president here? Look, these are people who, you know, we gotta put this thing to these people. A father with a criminal mindset cannot become anything in this country. And that crap he talking about, he got to injure the charity, we challenge him.
The thing is, they already know, like these.
We challenge
these hikers they have around here.
Don't mind them making them frisky
are the ones they're depending on. And he says we have the strength, we have the this. Because he knows that we have hikers all around, and these people are going to hike all of the results, and they don't have anywhere to go to do that. They're going to the southeast to make it look like, you know, President Weah did not win the southeast. So we told you people, we had a press conference, we told you that these people did not win the Southeast because they have hikers all over the place. It's just sad that you want to lead by fire, by force. You went to the elections, you didn't win the elections. You got a percentage of the votes that has placed you in the second rounds, right? But you didn't even win your rival, and they make it look like they won the elections and President Weah is just in the second rounds with them. And so they are saying that, look, we have won the elections and we know that we're going to win the elections. When you can't even pay pool washers, the first pool washers you had, you didn't pay them. They're all over the place asking you for their money. You don't have anybody now to go and mend the poles for you. And you say he had the audacity to said today that we've given the National Elections Commission an ultimatum. We told them what to do, and if they don't do that, they will have themselves to blame. You as a Twe
is just seeking, is looking for unwarranted recognition. A man who lives in his own district and is unrecognized by the people, who ran on a United Party ticket and could not even garner even 500 votes. Is that a serious person? You don't listen to people like Twe. Twe is a young man who should be experienced in his dealings on a daily basis in our country, who should be living by example with the young people in the district. Unfortunately, he's the opposite. He has suddenly become a violent prone individual, which doesn't make sense. When I was just telling my age, was in AMU University, this is a young man who all of a sudden he's become violent because of the desperation for political power.
But that is it. When you're desperate, you're angry, and you just don't know what
a
to
Robert
do.
Father who ran a newspaper here and could not even pay his people and ate up all the money, who the President Salif appointed him. At the end of the day, he was nothing but very lackadaisical at the Ministry of Information, disrespecting his boss. These are the people who want to talk about integrity here, want to talk about guys' dexterity. Father cannot do a thing in this country. He's toothless. Father is a complete misidentification of a Liberian. You shouldn't even say that.
Okay.
What is that?
Look
at trouble.
So let's go to Maryland County.
You better let go.
So let's go to Maryland.
That press conference they had today
sends a signal. You know, everything that happened yesterday in River G County tells you what these Unity Party folks are up to. It tells you what they're up to. But thank God, you know, God has exposed
one of their financiers, Joe Poto, that have been supporting them. They've been milking Joe Poto. He left them today. The next of Party, they were all surviving off Poto's pocket.
Why wouldn't they be angry now?
So you see, the people who were efficiently fueling their appetite, their lust for money, is leaving them gradually.
But
you
people know that they're not serious people.
Because the men have also realized that they are a bunch of milkers.
Yeah, that's all they do.
You don't fat in the cow, but you don't milk the cow?
Yeah.
For what?
The 12, the Mr. 50.
Nobody endorsed by your social lifestyle. We're not here for by the social lifestyle that you must support. So that people are making that the society chaotic, you can't do a change thing in Liberia. We challenge him. There's a country of law. If he tries it, the constitution will take its course. We'll deal with him. We can do a change thing. Neither the party nor the 12. We challenge them.
Do you have the Maryland County? We're gonna play.
The party.
Let's leave that one who socially he's not even upright, and he has the audacity to even.
He went to school in the back of the people who are schooling in like come back and talk trash in the country.
The first video county. The very first.
What are you guys up to? Why are you here? What are you guys up to?
No, not that.
The one was in the church.
The first video, the more. I'm not sure. Okay. So let's play the voices. You know, last night I said to you that I was going to bring the voices of some young people from Lafayette County who we spoke to. So let's play that in there.
What are you guys up to? Why are you here?
Yeah, we are to work with the president. In our country, George Madden, we are. Matter of fact, we're staying with the main president for the 7th.
Why?
Because since ever in the history of the bureau, the first president to live for that all over country, #1. Number 2, I can see the street like all around, so I just saw it on the bridge. Yeah, so when friend man, ever in the history of the country, the green level, yeah, to get the people quarry, the big one left. I can see today people are so desperate for Nova Canada, people also out to 2-3 o'clock in the night. The street we are. Yeah.
I receive a voting job. Job as someone I love Lufa. From my own experience, I really the people are concerned in the comment. So we already love Lufa. Most of my Lufian brother in the comment working. Even though they giving me money, but I can see development for them in my country. Most of them are desperate.
What are some of the developments in your country? Besides the road, the lights.
They bring road, they bring light. Someone here paying horses for that, even though it's for themselves, but they pay horses to develop the area, to make the area decent. Like even I want to go slow way, I'm not being certified to go slow way, so not my area decent, I will live there peacefully, I live there, I enjoy the country, my country, I will enjoy the place I live. So that what really made me encourage Because the way my brother is working and they can see development, they tell you about the development, and I just tell you about I see development from George. Now I just look about all of the country, I mean, all of the counties, and also Ralo. So planning area, do. So teenage doing that, going to break on the soul. I really encourage me to follow George.
So your uncle running in that Joseph Walker is running here. Why are you not attracted to him?
Yes, but as me, the thing I make it, and I'm very interested in Kwage. We the Lofian, we love Kwage, but Kwage not love Lofa. When Kwage go, when he leave from Lofa, before he kind of protest. All the if I tell you say Kwage clear to re-election for the senator, he clear he left and he kind of I didn't pay attention to the Lofian.
So that's why you discouraged, yeah? So tell me why you're not voting for Kwaga.
Yeah, discussing Kwaga, you see. Actually, I see no reason I should vote Kwaga.
Why?
Kwaga may all understand that during that 12-year administration, they have all the resources, the opportunity to help us. But it's one no aid. You see, that road, Kwaga served almost for the 2 years with government. You see, Kwaga you no him in the country and you boast of. You are just for the country alive. So Kwaga, I think Kwaga didn't pay off. So I think it's time that we the young people should occupy the position of lead for all the people to move forward. Discussing other things that the government is doing, president the way it's the government, apart from road, apart from left. In the issue of education, the government play major role to the country. There are students of the chief agent network in the 40 days. She has just go to the president's office. I'm able to attend the chief agent network in the 40 days infeasible while paying almost 50 students school fees. Who I'm afford, I'm benefiting from. So, based on all the important reasons, I see no reason to leave George here and go for Joseph Kwaga for president.
Tell me your name again.
I'm F. Kevin Kevlar, prefer to be called Pesky Music.
Let me get it. Thank you for talking to me. Your name again.
In Playboy, in Bumases.
Somebody, if I was somebody, if I were to ask you why
they believe in President Weah, and those people you're hearing there were spoken to in Lofa County. They are young people. Some of them are, first-time voters, and they have an understanding of what the government is doing. History, we always like to say, is an early warning alarm system. We borrow from Speaker Dr. Buffalo Chambers. But what you do lives after you. The legacy you leave is what your children and the children who are coming after you, the generation, that's what they remember you for. You listen to the young men say that, Baka has failed us. He doesn't have a hand mark in the county, least to say the country at large. He stayed a longer time in government to not have a hand mark in the county. And he talks about those Lofians who are in the current government and they are going back to their county and making, leading there by example. What else do you need somebody to tell you before you really understand exactly that these people are moving towards change and they love development? Because young people right now, it's not about, the old days right now. Every young child wants, technology. They want to know what is happening around the world. And when they see what's happening around the world, they believe that they too belong. And as long as they're a part of this world, they need those facilities. And so anybody who they see bringing that kind of, opportunity to them, you don't expect them to sway away from that person because in the old days, your parents are always your parents. But sometimes your parents, refuse to graduate. They refuse to understand that the world is not 1847 anymore, but the world is, we're going forward as a people, as a world. Everything changes, and you must go with change. If you stay behind, you will be left behind.
You see, I like to start by saying on this topic, there's been no ethnical solidarity or consciousness coming from the individual you're talking about with regards to Lufa. You have to understand that a man's developmental quest is not only supported by his efforts. All right? There are people who push us to success in many different ways. But one thing that is incumbent of us is that we must look back and appreciate these people in any little way we can. But that is an unfortunate story of Nova County. Okay? It is unfortunate because we are talking about a county that has a youthful exuberance. Young people yearning to have a place in their generation. Young people that have pushed an elderly in their generation while he's eating of his own generation, but has refused to recognize that they too have a say. There is a new wave of positive revolution that is overtaking Africa. Young people are becoming more participatory into national development issues that affect the country in many different sectors. Go to Uganda, to Rwanda today, or Kagame. Almost all of the cabinet ministers are young, portfolio young men and women. I saw an information minister, a very young woman. It's now up to 32 years old. Proficient, educated, and well situated, and leading a mass of young people that work at that ministry. I've seen parliament members in Uganda, very young people. And you know what? They go back to the different provinces and they elevate development because they believe it is a generational continuation. It shouldn't stop to their family. It is not a me, myself, and I. Unfortunately, this has been an epitome that Lufa had to suffer. Listening, I've never heard this word in a very long time. Stow away. Many people say stow away. The young man said, because of this administration, many young Lufians don't stow away anymore. Meaning, they don't vacate out of pressure their county to seek greener pastures in other counties. Today they stay because young brothers and sisters that are working in this government are going back home and taking developments back home, creating a decent environment that others can see and say, yeah, our people in government. Unfortunately, the last 12 years, that was not the story. It was a story of me, myself, and I. It was a story of an individual who perfected deity amongst the ordinary people and felt he was the only person who was the one who had that right.
So you have a rabble party in Tue today who have
crazy
the
people
capacity to say
crazy
that,
people.
In Lofa County, they believe that, ballot papers were even stuffed.
Let me tell you something.
These guys are...
Listen, if there was a periscope that will magnify our conscious genuinity in terms of matters and what we say, guess what? If you see in Paris brain now, Paris has got no 1% consent for black guy. Similarly, you know what the conscious thoughts are? Let me remain president, we'll get our job and make our money. It is not nationalistically driven. It is out of gluttony, political gluttony, that I must have this. If I don't have it, nobody should have it. It is out of desperation that we have already scored, and the last of what we had in the last 12 years, we've already depleted. We need more. It is like a vampiric quest. Vampires who store up blood and the blood finish, they need to find some very soon before they die.
They themselves go for
or become extinct. So when you hear young people in the county that has made the vice president relevant, that has given that family a name in our country status, saying that they are not going, especially, can you imagine, even in my generation, when I was growing up, I never knew anything about the former vice president. Okay, the progressives never talked about him. I read a lot of literature surrounding the progressives. I never heard about him. But Salif brought the relevance. Okay, but there had to be gratitude in the process that informs the country from which you came from. That I'm here because of you, I'm going to give back to you.
Yeah, and
But if you can hear,
continuously stand by you,
yes,
but you can't continue to stand by as someone who, is not
Gigi,
seeking your
if you can hear generations, 6 years, 60 years after your generation, 60 years after seeing that they're not going to take you any further, it informs your conscience that there are too many things that you didn't do. To my young brothers who are masquerading to be Phyllis Ashetis of former Vice President Boakai, who believes that he is the light in the darkness because the eye is on the central bank that we have already given the dignity to. Today, our commercial banks are proficiently operating in our country, giving access to a more serene investment climate. This is why they want to come back to polish. And what are they doing? They're hiding behind somebody who has already failed massively. Aside from the 42 years, failed even the 12. Nothing to show for. And there is no pinch of conscience that Liberia lives even after your desperation.
The good thing, Daniel, is that people are becoming very conscious of their surroundings.
The alertness is higher than yesterday.
Yes, and people know what is good for them. The only sad thing is that these desperados, the likes of Bade, the likes of Tue, and why am I always forgetting that other criminal name? The one I was talking about yesterday.
Is it your nephew?
Yeah.
Kabakoli?
Yeah. The saddest thing is that, they've lost it. And all they can do is to beat war drums. And it's not going to help them because nobody is afraid of you. And the fact also is that the Liberian people are very alert. We already know your plans right now. You think you can twat the system and make people think that you're going to get votes where you didn't get the votes. All you need to do is to take your people out there. But again, it is what it is. Let's play what's happening in Maryland County. In River G, didn't get your man has already been arrested. He's in Maryland County. The Maryland County where he is. Let's hear what happened to James Barney there. And before we play this, I want to tell you, he went to church. This church is the AG Church in Harper, right? Yeah. And it has upstairs and downstairs. So if you're not watching,
very crowded.
Place is jammed packed.
I think it was Fresh Sunday or something.
Yes.
Some kind of serious Sunday.
Serious money matter was happening there. And so the bourgeoisie, went to speak and just listen to it. So what happened there?
With the leaders of the church in our role to play where the country goes. And so today, without necessarily being politicians. And so today, the leaders, I use this opportunity to say to the leaders, our country is going to of the Asian church that our country is going to elections in a few days. And I know everyone does not belong to the same party that what democracy is. Well, everyone will get calls to be quiet, he is not forced to vote for the president. He is listening.
Stand it up, Wayne! Stand it up!
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Who are you?
Hello? God is good. All the time. And so fellowship is a unique thing part of the Christianity, right? And so we are here to fellowship with you today. And when we have the opportunity, it's important to say we are pleased to fellowship institutions. As the pastor said, we all belong to different institutions. As I make my pledge, as I make my contribution to the service today, you are not close at all. I will ask you, you are not close. You are not close at all. But our country, I want to say, our country, our country needs more of us. And we must tolerate one another. We must give opportunity to one another. And we must tolerate one another. When we go wrong, we must give opportunity to one another. When we go wrong, the country will go wrong. As I make my contribution, I'm appealing to you. As I make my contribution before I take my seat, I'm appealing to you. I'm appealing to you. I'm not forcing you. I'm appealing to you that as we go to the ballot box on November 14, those of you who believe the country needs change, I'm appealing to you. I'm not forcing you. I'm appealing to you to give an opportunity to open Baka.
Titi,
Present.
it is very unfortunate that the decades that Barney spent in Maryland County as an inhabitant, elected as a lawmaker in the House of Representatives, now through the essence of the president was elected senator, to lack the intellectual consciousness of Maryland County as it relates to our national body politics. A few weeks ago, I shared with you a story, and I'm going to share that story again today. If anybody's in Maryland County that was in Harper 2016 when that happened on the upkeep beach behind Tottenham's mansion, will call and attest. P. Mark Jury that is now with the CDC at the time was running in 2016 on the tickets of the Unity Party. The people of Maryland County, Harper, had a meeting with PMA. And they said to PMA, because you are our son, despite the party that you running on, we are going to elect you. We'll carry you, we're going to elect you, you win. Nobody will win you. Your role you play with characters, plus the fact that you are our son, you play with us. And one of our sons running for president, do us one favor. He said, what is a favor? So when we elect you when you win, please do not bring anybody here or campaign openly against our son in Maryland County. You agree? He said, fine. And leave this to somebody will call. I was working with the partners in health at the time. P. Marjorie won elections, just like Barney, he won. He took over, because Barney resigned. Barney said he wasn't contesting again after to do. So P. Marjorie won the seat. P. Marjorie won the beach on a fateful Sunday, took a PA system, had a picnic on the beach, TT. The picnic was well attended by some of the colleagues. We saw some of the former football stars who had detested the president's, campaign in very much of County. Tanisha Sigmund, Kevin Sigmund, Christopher Red, most of the guys, they took them to Maryland. And he called the people off the water. They sat, they ate, everything, they had the picnic, they didn't invite anybody. So the guy who was announcing said, hello, can I talk to you people? And everybody looked. Because I was in Maryland working, I knew the truce that was signed between him and the people of Maryland County, Harper specifically. So the guy said, the honorable man is here to talk to you people. We need your attention. Then I raised my hand, jovially. I said, you can't have our attention now because the honorable man came. We will Barney is very ungrateful. He's ungrateful because this senatorial seat he's occupying is not because of his popular nature in Maryland County. No. It is because when he aligned with President Weah, Barney's limitation wasn't happen. His alignment with the president created a whole new environment for him. The people said to him again. You know, Marylanders are so unique. Somebody will call and tell you, they will always tell people when they're voting their sons. Let me tell you, you see, former Speaker Balu, Chimo, the kind of many are calling him. I was saying,
another angry one.
You see, former Speaker Chambers, you see how he was well supported and protected by the people of Maryland County? Up to today, he's still saying that he believes you lose that election. Because when the people give you the word and you take the word and keep the word and do what they say you do, they carry you. Barney, after this is 9 years that he got, will never be elected senator in Maryland County. The people have seen his betrayed nature. For you to be poor, you carry money to go. You carry money to go make contribution. You carry your own side money. Why person let your money? People beat him in that church, in the church before the pastor. Even the male Peter John, the message Peter John behind. You know why? You see, the innocent our native people, my sister. The people got one ethic. When it's for you, it's for you. If they're not for you, they're not for you. President Weah has cut across. You know what I mean for a poor man child to go to Tommy University? Have you ever been on TV before, Titi?
Yeah, sure.
You see, you know I can't compare TV here, right? In terms of infrastructure, right?
No.
Okay. Can you imagine the people who stand from far? Stand for a far, just look at you. They can't attend to you. It was expensive. You know what I mean for a fisherman's son to go study epidemiology, public health? That JJ Johnson is the only referral hospital in that place. When you come with that man, President Weah made it possible. You know what I mean for the little Fatima, the different high schools in Maryland County to be able to have the 12th graders wax fees pay free? When the president promised there, then you go straight in front of people and say, for Junior Boga, who have been sleeping all of his time, what Barney received is a small one. I challenge any of them any day to try that crap against the poor Maryland County. Any day. You can hear Balu talking now.
He can go and stay in front of
You're smoking a cigarette and that's it. You know you're talking.
No, he goes to church, but then he stands right in front of the church with two persons, and then he puts his finger up, and then he says, "I attended service today." Here in Monrovia, he went on the radio and was making himself look good, and says, "We're going to Maryland County, and from there we'll go to River G." The River G people are waiting for him. They have not seen him yet. But it's just sad that a king of the county, because the kind of respect the people of Maryland County had for Senator Barney. I'm sure when he left service on Sunday, he should just have a deep reflection. He should sit by himself and have a very deep reflection. What have I done? I've lost it, haven't I? What have I done to the people of Maryland County? It's just like rubbing something in the faces of the people. If I were Senator Barney, I wouldn't say what I said, because the moment he started to go in that direction, he already got the vibes from the people. There were people, just in the pew and saying, "What are you wasting our time? Go to the point." You already know that what you're going to say, and you think you will tell the people that you're making a contribution of $20,000 Liberian dollars, and they're going to clap for you and say, "Yes, whatever you say, we're going to do it." It just tells you that you don't have you don't have those people in your corner anymore. And it's sad, because these people come to Monrovia and all they say is that we have the county under control. Our people listen to us. You sit there and be begging the people, I say, and I'm forcing you.
Very repetitive. Okay. Yeah. Imagine Barney like a talk.
Yeah.
Barney will get money out.
I'm forcing you.
Barney repeating one.
Yeah.
The people are like, I say you're not forced. Yeah. And I bring people, you're not really.
You can force anybody to go and vote. Do you force anybody to vote? Because even if you force somebody to vote and the person doesn't want to vote for the person you want them to vote for, they're going to go behind there. You're not going there with them. So why do you say, "I'm not forcing you"? But it just tells you that's how God exposes these people. And it's just sad for Senator Barney. I was surprised just listening to what happened to him in Maryland County when Senator Barney sits on Spoon Talk or in Monrovia here, and he claims to have the people of Maryland County just right here, that he can say, hey, and they just keep running and listening to him. And he was booed like that in that church, packed like that.
Let me tell you something.
What a shame.
Let me tell you, you see, the gratitude being expressed by the people of Maryland County and other southeastern counties and even Lofa and Nimba are genuine. I don't want to believe
it's because of the ingratitude of their leaders.
Yes, I don't want to believe. Let me be fair. I don't want to believe that we didn't even get good votes in Nimba and Lofa. So those two counties really voted for the president. But let me tell you this: do you know that Maryland County, under the 12 years of Joseph Boakai United Party, they put you come to Monrovia here, you come to Monrovia here to buy fuel and gasoline. They put it in gallons and put it out of go by road or put it on the Santa Maria.
Sure.
But guess what? President, we are at the Harper Port. President, we are at Harper Port. Put a million. I tell you, 500 gallon. Each vessel takes the supply there and they fill it. They put on how to come now. They finishing the person that manages, they come by refill. MOPP. So palm processing. Under the last 12 years, there was no palm processing plant. President Weah had a strategic meeting with the leadership. Guess what? The first palm processing plant in this country is in Maryland County MOPP.
And you think the people will show this man ingratitude like they
because they're not because Barney has forgotten that he was the same person who the president worked with to make sure those things happen for the people.
Who told you that he has forgotten? He hasn't forgotten.
So he thinks that you want to cry, you think to put it naive,
yes. Yes. He thinks that he has the people right here. Whatever I say, they're going to do it. So even if I'm not making the right decision for them, they're going to follow me. But he got really served. He got served.
And
I hope we're waiting for, that other senator who doesn't have anything to show.
Who?
Balut.
That man smoking a cigarette right now and feeling frustrated because what do you do? Balut cannot compare himself with George Weah.
How do you even say that?
Balut being on the ballot as senator under Madam Salif administration was because of Madam Salif.
And he knows that there were reports that the people even mistook him for the president who they wanted to vote
exactly.
for.
He was a mistaken identity.
Yes, he knows that.
Okay. And in the Maryland news, he's milking millions of dollars out of partners in health and giving nothing back to the county. Okay. Go to Harper where they will reside when they come. Go to Harper. Go see Harper. Harper never really had a mini mart when I was at the time. For us to get stuff, most of our stuff came from Ivory Coast. You have fancy balloons smoking flashy cigars and cigarettes. While the people in Monrovia here running chains of motels and other places. While the people in Maryland County that elected him before you take yourself and stand for the people and tell the people that they should elect Joseph Boakai because you failed them in the county, a whole city senator who did nothing for the county. Look,
being a lawmaker for 2 terms or 3 terms, and then you're a senator.
Marylanders are not foolish people.
Who takes the road from the border to Harper?
Never Balu.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really.
And I'm happy this generation is enlightened by the revolution of social media. Okay?
Yeah.
The people can see for themselves in real time what this man is doing. Yeah? The people can see. So you think they're going to see and deny a leader that is willing to expose that which was hidden from them by individuals who knew and they were saffooning the monies for their own personal aggrandizement? No, they're not going to do it, TG. They will not do it. And what Balu got, guess what? Balu got in the worst place. The church. The church should be the most serene, a religiously guided environment, eh? But guess what? The people say that no religiosity here. We'll deal with it, man. Even with money, that money, if he ever gave that money to that church, it was sour. It's not about the money, it's about the gratitude. You don't go before people who appreciate somebody and demean the person. What has Parker done in Maryland County that you can show for? Has he even identified with these people? Has he traveled there one day to meet these people?
They tell him that we have control over the people. We tell our people what to do. And their time is really up, because the thing is, you must have control over the people when you can seek their interest. But the saddest part of it is that you're not doing anything for the people. The people keep electing you. You are there eating all of the money on Capitol Hill, and you go back, you carry a whole lot of skin to the people.
He's ungrateful.
You carry skin to the people. They still elect you. You left the lower house, right? It was on President Weah to make you a senator in your county, to tell your people that, okay, this man supports us. He is a part of the Coalition for Democratic Change from the NPP. Let us make him the senator of this county. What do? When you assume that position, you come back and stab the same man in the back. And you go back to your people and say, even though I'm juking this man with a knife, but I want you guys to finish him for me. And you think the people don't want good roads, right? The people don't want their children to continue to go to Tubman University, that you have not given the opportunity, you have not given them all those years. You haven't cried at the legislature to make sure that happens for them. And still, they still give you power.
You see Blebo Brown? Senator Brown?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going back there?
Mm-hmm.
Senator Brown is an ordinary man who identifies with the most ordinary Marylanders. The people are very, very gratitudeful. They believe in showing appreciation. Blebo was not a balut. Blebo is a true son of Maryland County. Barney is becoming a misinterpretation of Maryland County. Because
who is balut?
I'm talking about that former 419 senator. What's his name? The one that got those two businesses in Monroe.
But you say Blebo is a true son.
Not true son of Maryland County. A true son of the county will identify the challenges and recognize the people. The same way how President Weah is a true son of Liberia. And you see, because of the true nature of his paternal lineage to Liberia, you see what he's doing in the country. So people who are true sons and daughters of the country will do for the country. People always say it's not what your country do for you, but what you do for the country, right? Mm-hmm. Good. So President Weah is exemplary. He's doing for his country. The fellow countrymen are believing in what he's doing. So Blebo Brown is also doing for his country, Maryland County. Balu didn't do for his country. Balu was a misidentified candidate who just won on a mistake. And guess what?
Instead of him, using that.
But the man supposed the message he spent money, so he would put anything. That's the kind of boost.
So why does he go back there and tell the people who to vote for?
And that's the reason I put on listen to him, because the poor men know what he said to them before. Okay, the people don't forget. The people are crazy. If somebody go to your office and tell you about all the money I spent to make campaign, I can pay you back now. I say now, I can't be doing this, and you owe that to the county. Okay, Barney is falling in serious disfavor with the county if he's not careful.
Has he not already fallen?
You should tell President Weah thank you. You should tell President Weah thank you for even working along with him by his senator. Okay, and he's better. Let me tell you something. The National Patriotic Party has always been a friend since 2011 of the Congress for Democratic Change, Come Forward Coalition for Democratic Change. Okay, the NPP has been there working along that way. You think Chief Siri Ali will not have some political differences? You think he want to resolve the differences by being bitter with the president and go out and saying things when he understands that the president wells the common support of Liberian people? He's so strategic to understand that when they have the differences in the going house and fix the differences, the president listens. A Banu who wants, not a Banu who wants to muscle his way.
Let me hold
it doesn't make sense.
I see the superintendent of River G County trying to call us. I'm on the radio, and I'm hoping that you're calling to talk to us concerning your county. Okay. Okay. So welcome to Open Conversation.
Thank you, Titi, and thank you. Thank very much. Thank to your studio guest. He's doing extremely well and really giving a graphic picture of what is happening here in the southeast. I hear Banning said he's coming to Rogi. They don't take it, say they're coming to Rogi. I said, when you are going in a town and people running from the town, you don't ask them what news in the town. Your friend somebody will say, well, whipped, and you ran away from the town. And you say you're going there. What these are shameless people that have nothing to offer. I was in Maryland today. I just drove back to Fishtown. And I saw a group of 5 persons running with Baka picture in the street, saying that they made it carry. It was just laughing at them. So these guys have just bunch of jokers that have nothing to show for. And I'm glad that you guys are really presenting a true picture of the Southeast. I just want to thank you all for what you are doing. And we are waiting for them. We are here in Riverview. We are posted here. Yesterday we had a very big program of huge endorsement of President. We have all the former competitors. In fact, a few days back, they said they were in fact doing some kind of endorsement and listed people who were not around. And one of them came yesterday and said, look, you ran here, who ran here, you ran here, came second place. He said, who put me on the two list? He said, I'm here to endorse President Weir. He said, even in America, where I come from, there's electricity. I'm sleeping on current what the day I came from the state. I now feel that I am living in America here in Refugee. So I've come to show my support to President Weir. So almost all the candidates last night, we almost left in the city hall. People on Refugee are determined to vote President Weir. In fact, somebody jokingly said, we gave Baka 4,000 votes. We will do everything possible to take that number to 0.
Wow. So it's good you called. I want to ask you, I hear you say you're coming back from Harper. Give us, tell us more about this Ghanaian national who was arrested in your county.
Yes, he was right. I spoke with the security people and they got it off that this guy was carrying a bundle of phones that they were supposed to use to hack the results. And so they picked it up and the people went there and they started some kind of confusion that they wanted the man released. I mean, people who don't believe in the rule of law. So all our people yesterday were posted and said what to do, but the security did very well and they were able to whisk it and took it to happen. That's why I went there to find out what the situation was. And I think they're doing extremely well. I want that man properly investigated, and then they have to take it to court and prosecute him, so they do so.
Okay.
Because our people are tired with this kind of lie, with people around they're talking. Why just go trying to twist the arms of fast and fighting citizens that they'll bring war? Nobody will bring war here. Our people have determined we don't suffer too much in this country to hear people beating, drums of war. So I just feel so sorry for them. These are pitiful losers who have nothing to talk. I mean, they got no campaign message. And that's why they're running around and talking what they don't know about.
Okay, 2 quick questions before I let you go. You are the superintendent of Riverview County, and that man was caught in your county. I know you are talking to other superintendents in other counties in the Southeast. Daniel here has, knowledge when it comes to people hacking systems. And what he said here is very scary. Are other superintendents concerned about what happened in your county? Are they alert that maybe they might have other Ghanaian nationals or other nationals from other counties in like places like Grand Crew? Because I heard Pade say that, they won Grand Crew and the ballots were stopped. So apparently they have that same person in Grand Crew or Sino County, and they are prepared to hack the system. And the only thing they will be able to say now is that we told you that we won the place in the first round and they cheated us. Are you guys thinking about that and alerting the security there?
That's exactly what we are doing. In fact, I should let it know that we have what we call the Southeastern Security Council, which I chair. All day today, we are on the line talking to each other, and we are all on the full net. That's not going to happen, and we'll make sure that we protect our vote, and our people are prepared to vote President Weir overwhelmingly. So I'm glad that the security forces are doing extremely well. I spoke to the chairman of Joint Security. I spoke to a lot of security forces to give me some briefings about how they went about, because they got tip off that this guy was coming.
Okay.
So the deadline is already laid out, and we are waiting for them. We'll pick them up one by one.
So what do you make also of what Komine Wise, a former senator and current senator, Jonathan Bocha Sebe did?
Well, I just feel so ashamed of them, because especially for Komine, who should be a symbol when we talk about moving our country and joining the worldwide march to democracy, for Komine to join among, doing riff-raff and say he's fighting for a thief who's come here to steal votes. So, it just tells you that these people have nothing to offer and they've run out of idea.
Thank you, Sup. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay. He's Superintendent Philip Unor of River G County. What can I say again?
You see, the same thing we were saying. So I like the way the Sup plays it in context with this joke of Robert Pade, press conference.
Mm-hmm.
If Mr. Pade is listening to this broadcast, any attempt for Robert Pade to threaten the peace and security of this country, he'll be arrested. He's now above the law.
Who is he?
No. So you know what they're doing to T? They're beginning again the same nonsense they did during the first round. Instilling fear in our people. Okay, that is the same trickery, and nobody's going to allow that. Our people will go out. They will vote.
Of course.
Their choice. If President Weah wins the election, he wins. They can't do a gene thing in this country. The laws will take its course. We're so grateful that our international partners are here and they're watching. The military support said that he was about going to bring war in the country. Yeah?
I know, right?
Yeah?
You're giving ultimate.
You hustle for money to come by government. You can't support yourself 100%. You can bring war to this country. You go on radio and you talk this kind of trash to scare our people. We're not going to take it for you.
But the people will not be afraid because the people know
But who is wrong about it? He could even manage his own media places. 2017, he stole a lot of money that was intended for logistics and safely his own pocket. These are not people integrity to be talking about here.
Who told you that when you steal that kind of money, they can even profit?
You're sitting there, you work out. That press conference it was a complete joke. It was just a diversionary, a means of trying to get the people attention to sway the minds of people for what is happening.
From what they're doing in the southeast. But you guys have been exposed.
And they invested money there because they know that logically they cannot win the southeast. Okay? So the only way they will try to do such is to try to use sabotage in the process.
Bunch of criminals. That's all they think about.
That's all. But
the people go to the polls, they vote for who they want to vote for. Criminally, intend to criminally, change the votes in your favor, and you will be passing around proudly that you've won elections. Really?
The irony is, imagine if the Cuban president, imagine if the Cuban president is not even thinking about that.
Yeah, and rogues always will be rogues. They know what they did in 2011. Yeah.
Can you imagine President Weah? And then he had the audacity to call this administration roguish.
Yeah.
You know who a rogue is?
Wow.
You want to talk about rogue? Your record is there at the Ministry of Information. You want to talk about rogue? Your record is there in the last 2017 elections when you were there with Barker again. Even Madam Salif know your record. You want to talk about rogue here? Louis Brown know your record. You want to talk about rogue here? We should stop that. We're not playing with our democracy in this country. We're serious minded people. We're exposing the things that you guys could not expose our people. The opportunities they have. You schooled on the backs of poor people. You went to English school, got so many degrees. When you place young people on a public school today, this president is putting them back in the schools. And you sit there and call this government roguish. When you put Maryland County could not afford to even get 15 gasoline, they will have to travel all the way to Monrovia. Today that has been resolved. Road networks have been connected. Electricity. You hear the superintendent? The other
came from America.
And then he's saying it's like he's living.
Cool, because
President Weah has made these things available. And you sit here and call this administration road. Are you kidding me? Really?
Losers. Look, we're going to open up the lines now. It's your time to weigh in on the conversation tonight. We also know that the disabled community in Monrovia today endorsed President Weah. too many endorsements from all over the place anyway. And the another funny thing that tour guy said today, I was like, this guy is indeed a very, very, angry loser. He says, as far as I know, we've gotten the best endorsements. So we were endorsed by
Akop.
no, the ghost.
Appeton.
And Appeton got this amount of votes. We were endorsed by Alcop. Alcop got this amount of votes. We were endorsed by Tiawon Gonglo. Tiawon Gonglo got this amount of votes. So I said, but then you don't need to go to the elections then. Because just take Alcop votes, take Tiawon votes, take Appeton votes, and you've won elections. Look at the mindset he has.
But you forget
if Alcom has 30,000 votes, all of the 30,000 votes will go to you. Are you okay?
So you see, this is scrupulous. Okay? And let me tell you this. So the first thing is, politically, he's bereft.
I know.
To phantom for a minute that an Appeton who is a result of a misidentity will bring to him 50,000 votes.
Yeah.
You gotta be joking like one. Two, a losing Camara for Akop, who many of the very people say he has got no history of that body politics or that party. That today there's a serious division. The bulk of the key membership. In fact, I want to share a document with you. Akop USA came up with a release. They gave 6 reasons why Akop has agreed to endorse President Weah, and they in total disagreement with what Lucini Kamara did. They talk about the president's direct relationship with the Islamic community. They talk about the development and capacity building of young people, both in the education system, TVET, and employment sector. They talk about the peace and security. They talk about the reconciliation.
Okay, you can go on and on and on. But
okay, and then
delusional for you to even think that the votes that came to these parties are the same exact number of votes.
There's then that's not democracy anymore. Then that's not democracy.
There's something wrong with you.
Then that's being imperialistic because if you say if Appeton got 50,000 votes because he coming to you, the whole 50,000 come to you, then that's not democracy.
So they should just declare themselves not the neg number. Let them just declare themselves winner and not go to the process. Because
they did it the first time. Remember, Cooper passed away, posted on Facebook something like they say the EU had already sent them 90% of results and they have won first round.
Yeah,
and the EU daily reporter, right?
Yes.
It shows you the childish and immature nature of these people who want to run this country.
Not only that, but how desperate they are. So we're going to open up the lines now. Let's try our main lines tonight and see whether they're going to work well for us. 0880514-096, and you will be live on Open Conversation. Let's try this one.
Good evening, CSTP.
Good evening.
Let me say good evening to Daniel in Washington. This is the voice of Eric Sartaylor, the annual physician at joint conversation from District 3 Montreal. Let me say thank you this evening for the conversation. Actually, to admit to you, I'm a little angry tonight because of the length of time we've given to start on Rabbi Monsieur. To be honest, yes, Rabbi Monsieur. Rabbi Monsieur can only win a community election. That is real. That not only have more than 10 followers. If they're the kind of men that will come and waste our time on and yet people talking about Rabbi, what Rabbi Monsieur? A little move. Let's not just remember what the time he paid better than in Royal Liberia and he was dropped out by the students. Because of the city he just doing the presidential regime. And we have consistently said this also about Appeton. We should not be wasting our time on these people. Appeton got the vote he got because of the commonalities with President Weah. You were wearing beer, President Weah wearing beer. You were wearing glasses, President Weah wearing glasses. You were wearing sabu, President Weah wearing sabu. We should not waste our time on people. Let me just use the media.
Okay, sir, Taylor, thank you. If you got 30 seconds to the line, use your 30 seconds, correctly. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, 30 seconds, please.
Thank you. The name remains Jeffrey. Never used to look what I do. Join from Maryland County.
Good to hear you from Maryland.
Thank you. Senator Barney, that other man who I'm saying to be like Graham Boy is not.
John Balu. They just feel that they're doing it to Maryland, but they are doing it to their children. Their children will never ever work in government in Maryland County. They come to elected jobs. We are not seeing them for their children to work in government because of the policy they are following. That means not doing Maryland good things. Balu went around telling Maryland that President we are past, man married man. So we are not going to listen to their political rhetoric.
So lies.
We are remaining focused and we'll vote President we are comes towards and then we'll voting. Thank you so much.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Hello, Martin.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening to the student. I'm Joe Sanders is calling from the Apostle, the preacher of my station. Yeah, Martin, I listen for the supplemental discussion and the discussion. For me, I just pray for peace and unity of this country. So, all to the people whosoever win, liberation for everyone.
Thank you for being a part of the program.
I pray for the peace and unity of the country. Whosoever wins, that's our president.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Ezekiel T. Kinema, a boy from Lofa that always never graduated from 2009 because of YSC.
Okay.
And always I'm grateful to, not ungrateful, but always grateful to George we are because if I was in George we are regime, I would have taken every wire to just being part of myself, I taking a wire on every. But I would be grateful to the disabled community that were able to endorse George we are today. So I tell them I'm happy. For me, I'm happy that they get a good leader, and he's a good leader. Joe is a leader that will look up to them and look up to their needs. Come January when he's inaugurated. So they should keep courage. And to all my brothers, first-time voters that took part first and who now had the opportunity to take the first part, they should be encouraged to go and vote come Tuesday because for them they have the opportunity to go and take wire for Navre to Trevor, but some of us will not have the opportunity to use the party regime. Navre was denied in Keba, Banana Public School was denied of taking wire because we never had the money, but today for them they had the opportunity. They should be proud to be +1 all the way. One person should be one person should be another person. Let's carry joy we have victory come Tuesday, November 14th. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Also for being a part of the program.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Good evening to you.
Yeah. Didi, how are you? Daniel, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you doing, Pops?
I think you and Didi, a funny question. It may sound funny, but it makes logic. Have you ever seen a man or somebody looking for black sheep in the mid-dark?
Yeah.
You will not see the sheep. It may be standing right on you and you will pass by it. That's why no guy on. So thank you ever so much. I enjoy it. Didi, thank you. Good night.
All right, good night.
Good night.
That be Reverend Howard.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. I like that. Can you find a black sheep in
a black night?
the dark?
Hello, caller. Good evening. Yes.
Anyway, I'm Kelvin. I call from District 3, precisely Maserado. I listened to you, Daniel, and I said it all. The people of the Southeast innocent. I lived there before. I live in Fishtown. I worked there, even the secretary just interview. Yeah, I was here from Beaumont. I worked there with them, and then I know the difficulty we used to face there. But on this church, we are begin. Things is very easy in road is connecting what have you. So the people of the Southeastern, they have resolved that they are going to church we are in our end. I got my mom here from there from she here from Pakistan, and I said she's there with me. She's waiting to drive from here. Wants some money to go to Fishtown or all of the joy we are reaching.
Thank you.
That it happens. So we are always going to vote for George Weah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Oliver Son, coming from River G.
Let's hear you from River G.
Yeah, I was monitoring the radio and I want to talk on the Balu.
Okay.
I want to talk on the Balu. The
Go
former
ahead.
senator and the EDM man. Who want to talk? Who tell you that he's from Maryland? He's an EDM man. So we're not accepting because we know that George Banner we are is the next president of Rivers County of the Republic of Liberia. And
Thank you.
With the Southeast King, we will vote for we'll vote for the president of the Republic of Liberia, George Banner we are the Southeast King, because you know if the winner wins, our road will be built because we are suffering and we know that he's our son. We're not preaching. We're not preaching politics. We're not preaching our politics. We know that what George Weah did in the Southeast, and it will help us and make sure that our road be built.
Okay, thank you very much.
We vote for him. We don't talk about how to call it Balu. We heard that Mr. Kennedy is coming to come stop us because we feel that we know that they are failures. They want job for the parents.
You can go to your salon.
And we don't vote for them.
Don't let it.
Because they are failures.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, caller. Good evening. Let's hear from you.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Number I'm George Oluko from Balapon County.
Go ahead.
NSTD, thank you so much. You know, this is why we continue to tell the people. You know what happened here, NSTD in Bokande?
No.
They got some health worker, a woman that is getting the health worker against the government. She can call the people that leave for the hospital. She been talking to them. They left the people in the hospital. Then they don't feel like that people here, they can get all our station here. We want to leave our own power president who killed today in the market. NSTD. How we will do look at it as better because when we in the NCA in the desert there, they will be all of the KLC. They are saying we want to leave it. We give it to you. How would that be? How better men would think that way? We are here two bad presidents. We already get it. And everybody somewhere in the get it. What happens? The better speaker on Wednesday, they don't want it. 11. And then we already get it bad president. So we are going to pour our head even on all. We want to go for Mother Taylor and President Weah for the development of this country. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for the people from the interior.
They get powerful. It's called first the first time we talk.
When you mean about power, ain't for the
Maybe the NTA board and you'll be passing the 7 going to man.
Oh my God.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Let's hear from you.
Yes, my name is Trusty Yakbaro. I call from Balapon County.
Okay, let's hear from you quickly.
Yes, I want to say thank you to you all for the show this night. You know, we are in Bon County and people are pushing travel politics here. But we are cautioning all our people to vote for President George Manneh. We are based on the tangible development and we are carrying all around the country. So we are not pushing politics that, oh, the men for a year and the woman for a year. We want to know our region to have president. But we re-elected President George Manneh. We are based on those many developments. When you come in Bon County today, you will see the Lofa Road. You will see the Banga Broad Street pavement. You will see the regional cash hall. You will see the multi-million dollars school that he's building on the Lofa Road and also housing unit. So based upon all those developments, our putting President George Manneh, we are on Tuesday will be the summer day for us to re-elect President George Manneh. We are. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Is this VRBC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I called to contribute to the show tonight.
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, okay. My name is Marcus Quinney, and
I call from Rewaju.
Okay, Michael, welcome.
Okay.
Let's hear from you, Michael.
Thank you very much. We are kind of a surprise to see people that have served this country at the second position, or a party that led this country for 12 years, coming back to us, talking about rescuing us. So it baffles me when they call themselves the rescue team. Now, what has happened over the 12 years that is now happening now, of which they have come to rescue us? And they must be able to convince us politically based on ideological issues. Not telling us about Jawia is this, President Wia is that. Alright? They must be able to convince us as to what or where they want to take this country that they were not able to take this country. Now, we will analyze their thoughts in our own mind, decide as to whether they are going to lead us the right way other than the way President Wia is giving us.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And the issue about Balu and how you call it from Sano.
TRG.
Let us just leave the Wadi alone. If TRG knows that Amaka best forces to vote the Unity Party, he should have done that for himself. This Sano. Alright? And how the people to re-elect him. Likewise, Balu. They were all put out. Let them campaign in the bureaucracy, but not Rewagi. But since they have decided to come to Rewagi, we are here. We are waiting for them.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, the member that you say, yeah, I think for you.
Call again.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Let's hear from you, please.
Okay, this is Johnson K. Cookman, and I'm joining from Freetown, Rivers County.
Rivers, people are pouring in. Good evening. How's Rivers?
Okay, and to show that we are returned of voting for this president. So nobody going to fool us here in Rivers County. And we got one federal senator for a company which are going around, putting basket in their hand, and our citizens vote for Baka, and also collecting money for our citizens to put in Baka basket to go run campaign. And we are saying that no.
Can you imagine that?
Even if I have money in my pocket and waiting on me, I cannot put it in a basket. The only way I put money in a basket is what I do, because somebody who does that, they hold it in your hand and put it right here. They're going to chew it, they're going to tell it with a behavior.
So, where, I beg you, I won't understand something. They carry basket around where now? Where they carry a basket? Yeah.
They get Baka flyers on there. They're collecting money for citizens to go run campaign for Baka. So where are they telling us? I'm giving you public information. I'm giving you public information.
So what kind of information they can get the citizens now? What do they say to the citizens?
Like the money for?
The information now. And we are taking you. We want to rescue this country. So we're collecting money for the citizens, and the citizens they want power from us. So what does that mean?
But I am rescuing them now.
So you mean I am rescuing the people now?
Asking for money. You're asking for money, and the citizens are asking for power. You know what you're doing to me? Are you kidding me? Then you call yourself rescue one, rescue two? And we are so not people.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother.
Okay, this person is also up. Let's see.
Caller, good evening. Hello? Yes, good evening. Hello? Yes, good evening, caller. We can hear you. Let's hear from you. Hello? Good evening, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, caller. Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm Joseph F. Double, speaking to you from the Red Happy House, Batata.
Okay, Double, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah. Yeah, my question have to do with, my question have to do with the men that are going. Yeah, I don't know what this endorsement. These people really mean what they are doing, because somebody will say, "Why see Blair?" or they are just pretending to say, "Oh, I'm endorsing the president, this and that thing. Maybe tomorrow."
Why are you questioning other people, decision?
Hello?
I'm hearing you. Why are you questioning other people's decision?
Yeah, what I'm saying is this, we Liberians, if we really need to say that, if I really love this CDC or this government, because there are things that are happening or we hearing things around here, they're supposed to, oh, we eat their money, we wear their clothes, but we still go for bucket, and people are there doing these things. People are endorsing.
What are you saying? What are you saying, sir?
We don't have clear heart for this government. So what I want to say, I listen to the play where for Lufa County. I'm just out for Lufa County. I'm a citizen of Lufa, but I live in Maria personally. But I want to urge Lufian that we should not be ungrateful to this government. Not only Lufian, but we Liberians should not be ungrateful to this government.
Thank you, sir.
We should vote this government. What we are saying, we should do what we are saying. Endorsement, this, all these things around here. We should do what we are saying.
You got your point.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, I am Sega Espas Jr., a son of Quentin McCanty, in residing district number 17.
Let's hear from you.
Let me first of all applaud you guys in studio for the third round of discussion. I have nothing to say, but just to encourage my people and let my first time voter, my comrade, to know that on November 14th, coming this Tuesday, let us go 2nd Street and vote the people with men and women. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you so much.
We'll take one more caller and then we wrap up. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening, caller. Let's hear from you, please.
Yes, baby. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, this is CMJ. I'm station.
Do you want to walk a little bit away from...
Especially I'm not going through. But the only thing our president, the other thing I'm going to say that, let's just look at the 14. We be able to get it. So we, the people of the city, will get it victory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Sorry, we're not taking calls anymore.
Yeah, we're exhausted.
Our time is up. I heard the guy from Lofa County, not Lofa, but Bone County, say that we're voting for President Weah not on tribal lines, but because of the development, and he named some of the things that this government has done in Bone County. But don't forget also that there are women in this country who have purpose in their minds, because if you look at the legislature today, we know that we have only 8 women in the legislature. For us women, that is not too good for us. And so a lot of women also are saying we need a woman's voice up there. Because if you have a woman at the top, it tells you that women too belong. And as long as President Weah has seen the fate to continue with Vice President Joa Howard Taylor as a female candidate, because he is the feminist in chief, a lot of women also are saying, yes, this is a good decision. Our voices will continue to be heard. So a lot of women in Liberia, you listen, you know about what the women did the last time, rallying, the vice president, rallying around the vice president and telling her that because you're the only woman on the ticket, and we have our girls, children who are looking at you, and when they see Vice President Joa Howard Taylor, they also know that if a woman can be a vice president and we had a female president, then it means that we too belong, and we can also aspire for higher positions in government. So a lot of women are coming to terms with that, and that is a salient decision by His Excellency the President that is also driving a lot of women to that ticket, because we also have a voice at the top.
Thank you. So yes, you just put it right. I also want to talk on something different in closing. The caller. Okay, so so the first thing, Titi, I'll say to you, we're in a dispensation where we no longer want to consider our women as house help. They've developed the proficiency in many areas that today the challenges have been seen. And because of that, we want to see a Liberia that the president envisaged where 30% women participation in the national legislature. Vice President Joel Howard Taylor and a few other women have already started the trail. We believe that with your promotion of your own female representation as a woman, it is a beginning for the ascension of many women into elected offices in our country. If Madam Salif could achieve that feat, Vice President Joel Howard Taylor could achieve the same feat, you too who's listening to us can also achieve it by promoting the raw essence of your participation in national decision making. History tells us that before the 1950s, you as a woman was deprived of all election matters in our country. You had no right to vote. Todd McCain, being a neo-political activist, he decided women should have a role. But that wasn't a point where you could be elected. Today, women are elected in our body politics.
President Sirleaf broke the glass.
Exactly.
Ceiling, right?
So it means that women must rise up now. Look at the gender ticket. Do not look at the so-called fake integrity ticket that they're pushing around here. Because that was where I was coming before I added my voice. If the ticket holds integrity, and they take baskets around to our poor people and ask them to put monies in it to go and campaign for the ticket that want to rescue you, it is a contradiction of the definition of the word rescue. The last time in our country's history that I saw, when I read that monies were raised by market women, was for the late advocate Albert Poot. Where Albert Poot was being dragged to court by the government of Liberia. The people in Bond County, this very Bond County, in the market square, the market women came and raised money, they brought fish and everything to support Albert Poot's advocacy. It was the time the progressives had a struggle. So history reminds us of people who actually advocated for the people who pay back. If they bring their baskets to you at the same time telling you, if you don't win, you bring water to Liberia, tell them to carry the basket, because Liberians are not going to put monies, or we're not going to draw water with sifter. We are not going to fetch water with sifter. These guys are sifters. They have nothing to offer you. They have done nothing in the last 12 years. Whatsoever they have stolen over the years are almost completed, almost done. And they are like vampires. Nothing is remaining. If you don't get blood anytime soon, they will not be around. So do not allow them to leech on our national economy anymore. So I want to say to my people, on the 14th of November, it is the day of reckoning. Let's go and give the president a big pat on his shoulder and say, thank you. Please continue what you've already started. We want to see the end, because this is a race between the past and the present. President Mia is the person that is going to lay the business for the future. If a Liberian who believes in the future, you will go and elect President Mia, because the past cannot overturn or overtake the future. It's like a race. What you have passed by, you can go back to. We are not going back to the last dark 12 years that has been enlightened by 6 years under President Weah. So it is a clear caveat, a positive one to all of our people listening to us. You've always listened to us. We've informed you. You have made your research in the information we provided you, and you can see that everything we said to you, they're candid. So give President Weah a second chance, because he is the best alternative for Liberia at this current dispensation.
Daniel, thank you so much.
You're welcome today.
Daniel is a good speaker, so he's already rallied you.
Yeah.
Whether rain or shine, it's incumbent upon you. I always like to leave these words with you, because we can shout all we want. We can say we love President Weah. We can say we want President Weah to be the next president of Liberia. But you have something to do before that happens. Because we have a constitution that governs us as a people, as a country. And the constitution gives us the right at certain time after 6 years to go and elect our leaders. If you don't get out there on Tuesday, rain or shine, to make that happen, to make your vote count, all of the shouting and all of the desires you have to continue on with development is not going to come to fruition, because some unscrupulous people are out there already wanting to do things that they got no business doing just to hike onto power. It's good that, they are being exposed on a daily basis. All you need to do is on Tuesday, wake up in the morning and go stand on the line. You will stand on the line whether the sun is hot or the rain is falling. You will do it that one day, but at least when you go back home and you're seated, we will be right here and telling you when the numbers are being counted, you will say, yes, I went to the polls, I voted, I made it happen. You can beat your chest and say, yes, all these people think they were doing, we told them that this is what we wanted, and we've gotten what we wanted. But if you sit down home and say, oh, it really man, they long, they long too long, man, I'm tired, then the people who have the, the tenacity to stand on the line, the strength, and who say we will make it happen by fire, by force, then they will be laughing at you. So that's your opportunity. Get out there, make your votes count, and make sure you do it the right way. The backs that are close to the woman. May I like to say, because I'm a woman, and if you see and hear that you have a female vice president, then you can say whatever thing you're doing as a woman. If you're in school and you want to aspire for higher heights, you can say, because we have a female vice president, we had a female president that left the stage, but at least President Weah kept a woman up there. She is somebody we women can look up to and say, because we have a female vice president, I too, my daughter can say, yes, I can aspire for higher positions because we have a woman up there. We need to have more women in the legislature. Until we can have that, we have somebody at the top who is going to always talk for women. Correct. And you can see yourself in that person. It's a good thing to always see yourself in somebody. You see that person excelling, Vice President Joelle Howard Taylor, when she steps out, the clouds she comes with, you say, I'm a woman too. If we have a woman vice president, I too belong. I too can be that woman who is sitting in the mansion. That's somebody to aspire you. So we will be here tomorrow. The guys who support the CDC, the USA chapter, will be here. These guys are still in this country. Yeah, they're waiting to vote. So we'll be hearing from them tomorrow, Friday, and hopefully Saturday, we will be here.
14 on the scorecard. 14 of November, number 2.
That's it. We'll talk to you when we talk to you, God willing, tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say you're not there, we stand, if I there, we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget it, you for love, I can't take. From Maryland, while you from